Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Jones. Hey, real quick, if I could, somebody contacted me today, had some amazing information, right? Some things I knew and some things I did not know. Good amount of things I did not know, things I wanted to look into. So I read it on my phone on my way home from work. And so I was happy to see that. It was good and lengthy, had some very good information. Thank you so much. I was able to read the whole thing on my phone. When I got home, it seems as though I don't think you could have erased it, but I can't find it anymore. So that comment is gone. So YouTube took it down. I kept refreshing my computer over and over again, log in, log out, and I don't see that comment. And I think that person's name started with a V. So whoever that was, thank you so much. But that just happened. What the hell is that? So, yo, you must have been right on target. So, continuing with my video, I wanted to talk about something that kind of put everything full circle for me. Some serious evil that's going on. And as you know, and also as this person was saying, this person's like, yeah, let the truth out, let it out. And there's some crazy things I could talk about, but I didn't want to let it out like that, like not on my channel. But I guess that's what we're doing here, right? Is letting out the information, whether it sounds crazy, ridiculous or not. Because you will soon find out that things are very crazy and ridiculous. Things are not the way you thought that they were. And these things will be trickling out slowly. We're supposed to be seeding you right now. When I say you, the people who are new to things like this. So a lot of people I know watching my channel are new to it. And I've noticed that some people are not new to it. Amazing. So let me continue with what I got going on here. I'm gonna try and spin this kind of a different way, look at it from like a different angle that I don't think everybody has connected everything together yet. So here we go. So parts of our rogue government, as well as the elites, the families that have partaken in the craziest crap I can think of, the absolute most craziest. Listen, no movie is worse than what's going on, and no. To me, this single-handedly is what, when, where, and why. Tied everything up for me. So let's go back to Hitler. Hitler's scientist Joseph Mengele experimented on Nazi camp inmates. All right, we knew they were doing crap like that. They did that. Guess what? The U.S. government brought them to the U.S. All right, now they're U.S. property and they're experimenting on Americans. Eventually, we brought Hitler's scientists to the U.S. and experimented on American citizens, and our government allowed people to be murdered, tortured, drugged, and raped. Was supposed to end in 1973, but did not. Now, hold on to that thought, all right? Hold on to that thought. Now, as a result, and at the expense of others, a different type of human was created. When you take a young human who has experienced trauma or whose family has that trait in their blood, just like a pit bull, you got an angry pit bull and dogs, you go and breed them. Somehow that anger is there. This trauma assisted with what they were doing. So when you have a child, if you got this trauma in your traits, if you have this trauma, you can pass this on. Sounds crazy to me, but they were doing this, all right? And we're not even there yet. So give me a moment. So in India, in Tibet, they practiced and understood this too. In those regions, they understood this. The people who could walk on coal, they knew a bit about what was going on, and really, the elites and others, scientists, I don't even want to call them scientists because these aren't good people. The elites and others, they knew this, and they went down to study them, and they went down to take children from these people. They practiced and understood this too. We'll call them programmers. A programmer is able to shatter a conscious mind and basically create multiple hard drives in your mind or partitions in your mind, however you want to look at it. If you don't understand what I'm saying, cubicles in your mind. You've got multiple personalities now. You shatter the mind, and now you got these fragments. When done successfully, you now have a person with what is called DID, disconnected disorder, or multiple personality disorder. So it takes time to do this. You raise them from a child, and you do these despicable things to them. You pretty much bring them up and you shatter them, bring them up and shatter them. Being good, being terrible, being good, being terrible. Allowing them to see the worst things, things so terrible that their mind can't really handle it and finally is vulnerable to whatever you show them. And that's the best way I can tell the audience. But at the end result is tapping into the various frequency waves of our brains: alpha, beta, delta. You're tapping into those different frequency waves when you do this. The programmer is able to control this person like a computer. Hence, we're calling him the programmer. Once again, I don't know what name to give these demons. All right, so by tapping into alpha, okay, these are the characteristics of alpha, that brainwave. Pronounced memory retention, able to record massive volumes of data. Photographic memory, possibly 40% more than others, than the normal human. All right. You'll have someone, and these programmers know what they're doing. They're going to know what traits they want out of you, and they're going to exploit them, and they're going to make you exactly how they want you. And the better the programmer, the more you're worth. This is a very lucrative business. But so you've got this photographic memory, okay? With this photographic memory, you're able to go somewhere and just download loads of data. When I say download, you're reading it, looking at it, whatever. But you're retaining this information like nothing, all right? No camera needed. They've got you. 5 times the physical strength is also what you're going to get with alpha. You're going to be stronger than a normal person your size. You are going to be stronger than a normal person your size, period. 5 times, okay? And that's in the frequency of alpha. In the frequency of beta. I mean, I want to say this is mostly in females. I only thought of females, but I guess this can go other ways too. Obviously it can, right? Is basically for sexual use. Also known around town as sex kittens. There are female entertainers that have beta programming, okay? Some of these people were brought up from young, basically tortured as they were young. And a programmer splits your brain, splits your mind, not physically splits your brain, but you're in fragments, and they rebuild it back. But this system is not a full system. It's parts, right? You have different hard drives, different partitions. So this part can't see what the other part's doing. So you don't have any memory if they don't want you to have memory. You can be disconnected from different senses that you have. Your feeling, smell. You can be disconnected from these. They could watch you just cut yourself, right? And this goes back to the gentleman who walk on coals, all right? You fragment your mind, and now you kind of got a superpower, if you will. Not something I would want, and that I would want for someone else. So, and that's the beta. Beta, that's basically for sexual purposes, okay? And you can make someone have a beta, this and that. You can have all sorts of things, okay? And the delta portion is when you have no fear at all with the delta portion. This is how you train assassins, right? Trained assassins are going to have this delta portion. No fear. Doesn't matter what you're about to do with them, what you've got. They're going to come at you, all right? And an advantage to that is they can return with no recollection. What's that dude who did the shooting in a movie theater? The Batman movie? Something Holmes? His picture keeps showing up in my research. All right? I think Holmes, I ain't looking into it. I'm just sprouting off. But it looked like he was like, he took the fall. And they actually make people like that to take a fall. Something happens, and they program these people to walk right up in there and take the fall, period. Period. You've been programmed to take the fall. You didn't do anything wrong. And to be honest, by heart, you're not a bad person. But you've been programmed to take the fall. And they know what type of people they can program, right? They've been doing this research for a long time. I've just told you the basics to what? Of actual mind control. Legitimate mind control. All right? That's the very basics without any, not much science or nothing like that. But that's total mind control. So what you could do is you could look up MK Ultra, all right? But to me, this ties everything up. We know, right? We know that there's this satanic church, Church of Satanism. Why are they doing what they're doing? Why do they have rituals? Why do they have so many children? Why do they do things against children? Who would want to do something against children? But this business of that I'm mentioning, I'm sure there's other gross things going on, but of that, the trauma. So that would maybe explain, listen, I ain't trying to, not at all am I trying to justify none of this. But if we connect it all together, maybe this explains the rape and how some of us have seen videos of children being yelled at and treated such a way to where we wonder, what the fuck, why would you do this? These are, human beings who look up to you for guidance. You're supposed to guide them to adulthood. And this, to me, starts to move things full circle. So this is why maybe you would have children. And I know there's other things that go on which don't make sense. Killing the children, why are you doing this? Blood transfusions, okay, we know why you're doing that, but you're an idiot. Listen, but these are the things that are legitimately going on. So those of you who are aware of the Church of Satan, human rights violations around the world, this is big. And the families are big. The families are around the world. They don't reside in one area. They're around the world. And children being trafficked and tortured. Listen, to me, this I can see this point of view now of what the hell is going on here and why there's so many children that this is going to, and what the hell these crazy adults are thinking. Once again, money is the root of all evil. This is a very lucrative business. What they do is, I'm not going to point out any stars. You'll find that when you look up MK Ultra and do some keyword searches. But you'll find that there are stars up there that look, they're pretty stars up there, and they are triggered by a color or a phrase. But they can be triggered by a color or phrase, and as soon as you say that color or phrase, they are now in your control. So if a woman is a beta, guess what she's going to be doing after that concert? Or in her free time? She's going to be a beta. And she's going to be chilling with dudes who got that type of money with no problem and with no recollection, not able to recall anything that happened. This is dangerous. How many of these people are in the streets? How many of these people are in the public eye? And everything I'm saying can be researched, so this ain't nothing new. What's going on with that? So listen, when this information comes out, and it will, there's all sorts of things. Listen, your world will be turned upside down. But the truth community has been told to seed, right? Give bits of information, help out. And then once that ton of bricks hits somebody, hopefully everybody doesn't go crazy and they can handle it. But these are the things going on. So let's connect this to the crazy shootings and things that are going on. Don't we often wonder, how many times have we said to ourselves as Americans, what the hell was wrong with that person? When did these mass shootings, or what makes a person do that? It seems like to me there's an endless army of people able to do this. You see, if you look into it, you know how many children are missing? Oh, there's an endless army of these type of people who can be triggered by these particular words and have been triggered on air. Straight stuck on air. It's amazing. So I just wanted to put that out there. I haven't really seen too many people, and maybe I'm missing but I doubt it. I haven't seen too many people spin it, connect things together with that knowledge of, this pedophilia, this human rights violation in which Trump had to sign an order for, human rights violations. It's all this craziness, connecting it together. This is Jones. Thank you very much. Once again, remember, somebody's messing with my YouTube.